teaching is actually my third career. I was originally an opera singer in New Zealand, and then when I moved to Australia later, I brought my HR qualifications with me, and have been working in recruitment and talent acquisition for the last 25 years. So I sort of feel that English teaching is my third career. Few things. I've learned foreign languages as part of my arts degree. I really loved language communication, but it was also a bit of a social issue for me. I'm so aware of how being able to speak English fluently as a native speaker is an absolute gift and a privilege. And I've seen how people who arrive in my current country in Australia just really struggle if they had never had exposure to English before. And I really wanted to be part of the solution to that. I wanted a qualification that was well regarded, and I did consider a master's in TESOL, but I just can't afford to take 2 years out of the workforce and at this stage in my life take on that kind of debt. And CELTA is regarded well internationally. It allows me at any point in time, if I wish to work overseas, it's going to be really useful there as well. And talking to just my normal teacher friends, they all said Cambridge are great educators, and that's certainly been my experience. I don't regret doing the CELTA at all. It's been a good choice. Challenges. The first one was that I escaped having COVID during the pandemic, but I had COVID while I was doing the CELTA. It's a pretty intense course, so you need to sort of look after yourself. But my tutors were really sort of helpful around that, reschedule one of my teaching practices, so I was still able to continue with it. And the other challenge, I think, is time. I was fortunate to have the space in my day to be able to fully give myself to the CELTA. There were some people who were working full time, and they really did find that challenging. So I found that, you've got a week till your next lesson. It sounds like a long time, but actually, given the detail and the planning and all the work you need to do to be ready for that, you've really got to be on your game. So my advice to somebody considering the CELTA is make it a priority and clear your diary, and then you will not feel that kind of pressure. The time component is considerable. It's pretty intense, but it's fantastic. It's simple things, really. I was in a classroom speaking with a student who really wanted to improve their pronunciation. They were having difficulty with some diphthongs, and I could not just write the phonemes up on the board and use the International Phonetic Alphabet to sort of help them understand, but it was things like being able to use the techniques. I had to break down syllables to be able to sort of show them where they were not quite on point. And I could see the light go on in their eyes. Okay, it's the third syllable that I'm having trouble with, because just things like, doing this to count the number of syllables was something that I would never have thought of doing. It's those practical teaching tips where I thought, this course is great. It's not just how to understand how people learn. It's that and more. It really helped me to be able to do the practicalities of showing it. So to see the sort of light go on in the students' eyes when they comprehend something, that's pretty rewarding. I think you have to look at what's happening in the places you want to teach. So this is an industry where enrolments by students drives how many teachers are needed. And if those enrolments are going up, more teachers will be needed. Getting your foot in the door as a beginning teacher can be challenging. I was really fortunate. I was recommended by Melbourne Training International, who had delivered the Cambridge CELTA and where my tutors were based, and I was through the door fairly quickly. I think you need to look at that and know that it might not always be a full-time everyday job. If you're looking at traveling, I think it's absolutely indispensable. In terms of doing the CELTA itself, my advice would be clear your diary. It is intense. It is good though. It's fun, it's interesting, it's engaging. You're in it with other people. I would just say make sure you have cleared your diary. It's well worth the effort, but it will take over your life for a short period of time. Student engagement, it really is. I stand in a classroom with people from different countries around the world. We've all got the same goal, which is improving our communication ability. Me to them, making sure I'm making myself understood, and of course, them trying to learn English. And that moment when you've been trying to explain something and your approach is working and that you can see the comprehension dawning in people's faces, that's just really encouraging. It's the part of the job that I love the most. It's the student engagement. I guess my goals moving forward are to gain some more experience in the short term. In the longer term, I'm looking to complement my English teaching with my other qualifications in human resources, and I consider myself a dual professional. And that's been a deliberate choice. If there's an economic downturn, then I can move in one direction or the other. For example, in 2024, there were not many opportunities in my existing career direction, and I was really pleased that I had done the CELTA and I had another option for income. So my goals moving forward are to be a dual professional, and at the point where I decide to retire or semi-retire, then I hope to continue with teaching on a sort of more flexible basis with just reduced hours when it comes to that point in time.